What's up, guys? In today's episode, I'm going to show you how a client of mine, a guy born and raised in India and recently moved over to the US, landed a date with a Hollywood actress who has almost 1 million followers on Instagram when he's got like 1,000 or 2,000 followers on Instagram. And how he did it was something using the authentic attraction method, which I want to share with you in today's video and even show you a clip of how it happened in the interaction. So you don't just get the theory understanding, but a practical way you can see it in real life, so you can go and apply it in your own dating situation. Okay, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. Let me just give you a quick overview of the authentic attraction method, because this will show you what to look out for in the actual interaction that we're about to listen to. Okay, so the first thing about the authentic attraction method is magnetic vibe. Vibe is so important. Guys in the pickup community, they're trying to learn all these techniques, but they're nervous, they're jittery, they can't speak properly, they're not grounded, and they've got this needy, please give me something, I'm very scared of your approval. Trust me, women see straight through that stuff. If you're a guy who's been trying to learn all the techniques, but you just getting rejected and girls don't believe you and it goes nowhere, it's 100% because your vibe's off, and you need to be able to change that. So you're going to see what a good magnetic vibe looks like, a vibe that pulls people in, where most nice guys, needy guys, their vibe actually pushes women away. They can be saying all the right things, and if their vibe is off, it actually pushes women away. The second part is the wolf. I like this term. I got it from a mentor of mine, Rapani, where it's just that part of a man that goes for what he wants. He's a fucking, another mentor of mine calls it the ethical predator, where it's that part of a man who's a fucking killer. He's not afraid to go after what he wants. If guys have a lot of approach anxiety, like, yeah, but what if someone sees me talking to a girl? I know that they haven't integrated that wolf part of them that lives inside of them. It's not integrated. They're very scared of what other people think. I just had a guy message me on Facebook from online dating. Yeah, he was doing online dating, texting a girl came over to the house. She was ready to go, dressed up like she was DTF, but he couldn't make the move. He was afraid of the rejection. That's a lack of the wolf. That's a lack of that part of you that just goes for what he wants. And it's very grounded, it's very chill, which you're going to see in this interaction, a good example of that. And then finally, a proven structure. Okay, it's good to have those elements, but then it's like, okay, what do I say? What structure do I follow? And you want to have some guidelines, you want to have some tools, a bit of a game plan you can use. Otherwise, you're just winging it, and it often doesn't go anywhere. So I'm going to show you in this interaction how he uses these three things, and how the girl responds to it. Even though she's some A-list celebrity in every red pill thing, it'd be like, she's way out of your league. She has way more money, more social status, but still he's able to meet her. They go grab some coffee together, and then they get a number as well and look to set up a further drink date in the future. So let me show you exactly how that went down so you guys can learn from this. Okay, so let's jump in.
Very random,
Yeah.
but I really liked your look.
Oh, thank you.
I had to come and say hi very quickly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You are definitely not from here.
Okay, so just a small thing on the opening. I think they're just inside a cafe or just outside a cafe. It just goes in there. And like I said in the previous videos, the girl's either going to be green, orange, or red. You never know. This girl's like some fucking Hollywood actress. She's in a couple movies with Jennifer Lawrence. I won't say exactly which ones, but trust me, if I said it, like, you would know it, and she's a pretty well-known character in it. But she can also be friendly, you know, she can also be, oh, thank you, I really appreciate that. Don't just think girls are always bitchy, you know, you never know until you go say hello. Sometimes a girl who looks fine, you go up there and she is kind of bitchy, and another girl who like looks kind of mean, and you go up to her and you start chatting and she's all just fun and friendly. So you never know until you go in. That's a part of the wolf that you need. Not too much structure there, just had to say, hey, I like your look, and then he keeps the conversation going.
I am from here, actually.
What?
Yeah, I am.
I don't even know anymore. I call you too stylish to be from here.
Ah, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not from here though.
Where are you from?
Okay, so a couple little things going on here. I just want to break it down. So you can even hear the emotional reaction. He's like, oh, you're way too stylish to be from here. A little bit of a tease, a little bit of a push-pull. And then she's like, I actually am from here. And he's like, oh, I don't even know anymore. And you can hear her reacting like, ha, 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 ha. In an interaction, a man should be more of the groundedness. Think of it like a circle. He's more solid. He's a container, where the feminine is more like the dot in the circle. She's more chaotic. She should be more like, ha, 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 and like giggling and nervous laughing and reacting. But most guys approach women and their vibe, they're the chaos. They're like, ha, hi, nice to meet you. You look like an accountant. It's like the guy is the chaos, and that doesn't make the woman go into a feminine, and attraction doesn't last long term. So see how he's the form, he's the groundedness, and she's the little dot running around the place. Okay, so just notice even in the sub communications how that comes out. Who's the one laughing and giggling more, being more nervous? It's her and not him. That's a really, really important part around vibe that guys don't get.
I could kind of tell.
Kind of. Okay. You look cultured. Where would you think I'm from?
I don't know. You tell me.
From a few places, actually. I was born in India.
Okay.
And then I moved to New York. And then I worked in Europe.
Okay, so the captions are kind of off here, but it's you can hear again the giggling of her. He's just telling him a little bit about himself. You'll see in a second when it flips back over to her. He did something else really well there. He's like, oh, I'm actually not from here. And then she's like, oh, where are you from? It's a good way to get girls to invest. A great way to get investment from a woman is getting her to ask you questions. And a way you do that is by dropping hooks. I'll show you an example of what a good hook looks like. I'll point it out. He's going to do one in a second.
For a bit.
Nice.
Recently, I got my PhD from Arizona.
Nice.
And then I moved here for my dream job, actually.
What's your dream job?
See, so that's a good example of a hook. He doesn't just like tell his whole life story. He's like, hey, I got my PhD. I moved here because I got offered my dream job. It's like a little bit of like a curiosity thing. Like, and then what does she say? Whoa, what's your dream job? So that's a great way to get to share more about yourself without coming across as boasting. If you just say, yeah, I do this and I do that and I do that, and the girl's like, I didn't even ask or care, that's boasting. But if you share a little bit, end it on a little bit of a curiosity point, and then she asks you more like, oh, how long were you in Australia for? Or like, what makes you enjoy cooking? Now, all of a sudden, you can share more about that, and it's not boasting. This is what I'll call a DHV. You're demonstrating your value without coming across like a boasting idiot.
Scientist.
Nice.
I work in Santa Fe.
Nice.
For like a private company.
Cool.
Basically helping my clients find medicines for cancer.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Super cool.
And you?
I'm an actor, but I work at as well. So I work at the Uptown location.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one on Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just
so I'm in
today you're not working.
I just
actually.
got off work, so I'm just having a beer.
Having a beer,
Yeah.
a beer. I'm actually working.
You are?
I am working, and I was taking a short break, and then you were
Nice.
distracting me. I was like, okay, I have to say hi to see if you're as cool as you look.
Okay, so you can see this is where like a little bit of the flirting is starting to come in here. He was like, yeah, I was actually also working, but then you started distracting me. So he doesn't say, I saw you when you were so beautiful and I just want to love you and marry you. He's just like, no, I was working and you're distracting me. Again, a guy doesn't get put in the friend zone if he says something like that, because it's kind of like, you caught my eye. And here's also like a little bit of a teasing line, a little bit of a push. It's being a little bit cocky, where he said, I had to say hi to see if you're as cool as you look. Again, like people will be like, oh, like what's he trying to do here? But it's just like, yeah, I'm a guy with high standards. Yeah, you look cool, but there's a lot of pretty girls out there. I wanted to see if there's actually some personality behind the initial presentation. And that's a really good frame to be coming from, a selector. I'm not completely just won over by your looks. I just say hi and see if you're as cool as you look. And it's kind of like, haha. And you can hear it generates that emotional reaction in a woman. Remember this, women want to feel. If you can make a woman feel emotions, she's going to remember you. You're going to leave an impact on her.
You're as cool as you look.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Willow.
Will.
Yeah.
Arvind.
Arvin?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You've got a good vibe.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to sit down with you for 30 seconds and then I have to go study.
Okay, sounds good.
You can't keep me here for too long, okay?
Okay, so that's actually a good transition. This is what we call leadership. He's moving the interaction forward. So I'm guessing she was like sitting down at a cafe. They were chatting for almost 2 minutes now. And you kind of chat for 2 minutes, but you don't want to be standing up and talking to the girl the whole time. Otherwise, it just gets awkward. So you go over, chat for a minute or two, suss out the vibe. She's laughing. She's asking questions. That's a really good sign. So then he moves it forward like, hey, I actually got to go soon. So you can't keep me here, but I'll sit down for 2 minutes. It's funny, they end up sitting down for like 30 minutes together, but it just makes the girl feel comfortable when you do that. So most guys don't move the interaction forward. They don't lead the interaction. And then they're just like, oh, so what's your Instagram? And then they just run away. But that doesn't make a solid interaction. Grabbing a coffee for 30 minutes, that's a solid interaction.
You are an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been working for like 12 years as an actor. Yeah, ever since I was a kid. But yeah, I did quite a few films and stuff, but now it's just a lull in the industry, so not working as much right now, but I'm in school too.
Yeah? Okay. Is this like a long-term career for you? It seems like it's serious.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for like 12 years, so hopefully, yeah, long-term. I write also, so yeah, kind of a bunch of different things.
Yeah? I've actually tried improv for a while.
Yeah? Did you like it?
In Phoenix, yeah. I was in an acting studio. That's my like only experience with like theater acting type of stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was fun. I think you learn how to be on your feet. And
Yeah, you definitely have to be quick.
Cool. So now they're just sharing stories. She's talking about her life as an actor, actress. He's sharing how he went to an improv class once, and they kind of just expanding the conversation. I'm not going to go into everything. Like I said, this ended up being like a whole 30-minute thing where they share all these different stories. But it was just a great interaction and just showing you like this girl with almost 1 million followers on Instagram. Like, do you think you're going to get her on a dating app? Do you think you're going to slide into her DMs on Instagram and get this girl? 100% no. You're probably not going to find her on a dating app, and she's not going to be swiping on an average guy. 100% no. What about in a nightclub? She's going to be there with the bottle. She knows people. She knows fucking people in Hollywood, actors, actresses. Probably not going to get her there. That's why I love the skills of having the authentic attraction method, being able to just going about your days, doing some work in a cafe, sending some emails, sees this cute girl, doesn't even know who she is, goes over there and ends up having a sit down 30-minute coffee date with her. Now, you can do that. Any guy can do that once you have the skills, once you have the confidence. So hopefully you saw a good example and demonstration of this. Like I said, I'm not going to play everything. But even just the last bit, they have this whole conversation, they get to know each other, build this really cool connection, then they exchange numbers and they look to set up a date again in the future.
I'm going to get back to work.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Listen, I actually was just going to say hi, but you seem really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you like to see me again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll text you and we'll set up a time to go grab a drink.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So this is a bit like it's a different kind of structure you can use. Guys will be like, oh, isn't that needy? Ask like, would you like to see me again? But it's very different the place it's coming from. There's the, oh my gosh, I don't know if I did a good job. Like, would you like to see me again? And there's also this kind of like, hey, I respect my time. I had a good time with you. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Like, hey, would you like to see me again? And then the girl gives the verbal confirmation like, yeah, sure, I would. now all of a sudden you've got more buy-in, you've got more investment from the girl, which makes the the chances of flaking a lot less. So I just wanted to share that breakdown with you guys. There was obviously a lot more going on here, but I just wanted to keep it punchy, especially the beginning, show you how he transitioned, show how he used the authentic attraction method of magnetic vibe, the wolf to see what he wants and goes for it, coming from that grounded place. And there's a structure, there's game plan, there's techniques weaved into the flow of the conversation, which is really important. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below your biggest takeaways if you've got any questions, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.